Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Let's quickly go around the world of sports and look at some stories this morning. We'll start with table tennis. Where our own Aruna Kodri in the Singapore Smash lost to Calendrano, that is the Brazilian. To qualify, that is Calendrano qualified for the next round in the Singapore Smash and beating Aruna 3-1 in that game. Yes, and as it stands right now, after that game, Aruna is looking forward to defend his African title. He's looking forward to defend his African title after that particular game. But it was a good one at the Singapore Smash, where Aruna at least did so well, giving Calendrano a very tight game. But losing that game, it's something that Aruna Kadri never expected. So in all of their meetings now, it's now 3-1 against Aruna Kadri. In the last 3 meetings, in last 4 meetings, Aruna has only been able to beat Calendrano of Brazil just one time. And then the other, the third win for Calendrano coming in yesterday at that Singapore Smash, where he lost 3-1 in that game. Aruna won the first set, but Calendrano has to rally back to win the first, second, and the third set to beat Aruna 3-1. All of the African, players who qualify for who are participated in the Singapore Smash, all of them crashed out. The likes of Gode of Egypt and all of them crashing out of the tournament. But let's see, he is ready to defend his African title, and definitely these are some of the kind of warm-up games where you use to keep yourself fit ahead of the major task, the big one that is coming up. All right, kudos to Aruna Kadri. He's still African #1, and then still retaining that top 10 position in the world rankings. All right, let's leave Aruna Kadri and table tennis. This time around, let's talk football. We'll look at the Under-17 African Cup of Nations, that is AFCON Under-17, where CAF, the story this morning is that CAF snubs Eaglets of Nigeria. And how did they snub the Eaglets of Nigeria? Being that the competition has been expanded to 16 teams. And for the Eaglets of Nigeria, we know that the FIFA Under-17 World Cup also has been expanded to 24 teams. So it gives more slots to Africa. And Nigeria was supposed to qualify from the Wafubi region, but they didn't qualify from the Wafubi region after they lost out in that particular competition. They didn't get to the finals. They lost to Cote d'Ivoire. So for Nigeria, when CAF actually increased the number of teams that will be playing in the AFCON, it was looking like a good news for us that Nigeria might just have a way back into the AFCON. But CAF coming out yesterday to say no, Nigeria has no chance. Nigeria will not be participating at the Under-17 AFCON. So I think let's see what CAF will do. Definitely they will still have to get other teams to join up to the already qualified teams. But for Nigeria, all hope is, well, it's looking, should I say all hope is lost right now, but the decision is still left with CAF, but they have to come out yesterday to tell Nigeria, no way, you're not participating in the Under-17 AFCON. But that is the way Nigeria has won the FIFA Under-17 World Cup 5 good times alongside with Brazil. So they've won it more than any other country in the world. All right, let's leave the Eaglets and quickly go to the Harambee Stars, Kenya now, where the FA of that country is set to appoint Benny McCarthy, former South African player, that is the Bafana of South Africa striker, and also who also play in England, and later on he became assistant coach to the last Manchester United coach that was sacked, that is Erik ten Hag. So, but now Kenya is sent to appoint him ahead of the World Cup qualifiers, and also we know that the Chan Nations Cup, they will be hosting the Chan Nations Cup. So for Benny McCarthy, let's see if that deal will go through. he will just become the head coach of the Harambee Stars of Kenya. Yes, I think it's a good one when you see our ex-legend, ex-footballers going into coaching. I know every one of them cannot become a coach, but it is the way it is. Getting some of these guys who have played football before, who have seen it all on the biggest stage, coming back to coaching and giving their own wealth of experience. And definitely for Benny McCarthy, I think he has gathered a lot of experience. At some points before he joined Manchester United, he was the coach of a Premier League soccer side that is in South Africa, Mavubis, in the Premier Soccer League in South Africa. So let's see definitely if this whole deal will go through, and if it definitely goes through, he will become the next head coach of the Harambee Stars of Kenya. We just have to say congratulations to Benny McCarthy ahead of this particular one, becoming a coach of the Harambee Stars of Kenya. All right, still looking at some football story. This time around, we'll go straight to Switzerland, Zurich, where we have the FIFA headquarters. Yes, the news coming in is that Congo has been suspended indefinitely. That's FIFA suspends Congo indefinitely. Why did they suspend Congo? Yes, because of the input of God, as in the interference of government. And now, because if you really want to be an independent body, you don't, as a football, as a confederation, you know, all the confederations of the world are under FIFA from all of the continents. So, and they controls the federations of each of the continents. Now, for FECAFOOT, that is the Federation of Congolese Football, as in they right now has been suspended indefinitely. They will not partake in any footballing competition that concerns CAF and even FIFA, international competition and what have you, until the whole issue is being sorted out. And how, according to Article 13 of FIFA rules and regulation, you don't need government interference when running football matters in your country. Now, for them to for this suspension to be lifted, their signatory to the FECAFOOT account has to be given back to the FECAFOOT, and also they have to reinstate the president of FECAFOOT. A lot is going on in that country, and that is why FIFA, after they sent their own investigative committee members, and also from CAF, they have deemed it fit right now to suspend Congo indefinitely until everything is being put back in place and they can be reinstated back to become a member of CAF and also of FIFA. So let's see how it goes for Congo. Their last World Cup qualifier game, they lost to Morocco 6-0. And if that suspension is not lifted before March the 5 and 6 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, I think that's a big issue for Congo. Let's see how they will respond to it, and let's see how they can resolve that issue. We know when FIFA comes calling, you just have to answer the call. All right, let's go straight to Europe now, and we start with the Italian Serie A. There was one game, a rescheduled game between Inter Milan and Fiorentina in the Italian Serie A, and as it stands right now, Fiorentina stopped Inter from going top of table. Yes, indeed, they were beaten 3-0 at the home ground of Fiorentina. That is for Inter Milan. If they had won that game yesterday, last night, they would have toppled Napoli, who are at the top of the table. It was a fantastic outing for Fiorentina against Inter Milan in that particular game. And looking at what happened in that game yesterday for Inter Milan, let's quickly look at the table right now. Let's look at the table and see. For Napoli, they continues to they top the table with 54 points. If Inter had won that game yesterday, that means they would have been at the top of the table. They would have toppled Napoli. They still remain second with 51 points, followed by Atalanta, who has 47 47 points. And then we have Fiorentina now. They now move to the 4th position with 42 points and 17 goal difference, lay ahead of Lazio, who are 5th. With Lazio with 42 points and 9 goal difference. And indeed, we have Juventus, who are 6th with 40 points with 19 goal difference. That is, Juve has scored more goals this season. We have Bologna on the 7th position with 8 goal difference and 37 points. AC Milan 8 with 35 points and 9 goal difference. And we have AS Roma, who are 9th with 31 points and 5 plus 5 goal difference for them. Udinese are 10th with -8 and 29 goal difference. Let's look at the other side of the table quickly. We have Torino on the 11th position with 27 points. Genoa at 12 with 26 points. Hellas Verona, Lecce, Como 1907 has 22 points with -11 goal difference. And we have Empoli, Cagliari, Parma, Venezia, and Monza rooted at the bottom of the table with 13 points. And for that game, Luca Ranieri and Moses Kane getting a brace in that game against Inter Milan yesterday. So Moses Kane, wow, what a player, getting 2 goals in that game. All right, let's leave the Italian Serie A. Yes, also we'll look at some cup games. We'll look at those the fixtures for those cup games. We looked at them yesterday on Sports Update, and this morning, yes, Liverpool trashed Tottenham Hotspur and to face Newcastle United in the final. It was a total bashing of Tottenham Hotspur in Anfield yesterday, where they lost that game to. They lost to Liverpool. Mo Salah unsung yesterday in that particular game, and for Liverpool, the lead 4-1 on aggregate. Cody Gakpo giving them the lead as early as 34 minutes, assisted by Mo Salah. And then Mohamed Salah made it 2-0 in the second half of that game, 51st minute of action, and Dominic Szoboszlai getting the 3rd goal. And Virgil van Dijk completed the route on the 80th minute, scoring the 4th goal for Liverpool, that is for Liverpool. So it was 4-1. Liverpool losing the first leg at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then the return leg, it was a total dominance from the Reds. So they will be playing Newcastle United in the final. And that final will be played at Wembley Stadium on the 16th of March 2025. For Liverpool, they are still in the Champions League. They are in the English football, that is Carabao Cup final. They still in the Premier League. They are topping, and they also still in the FA Cup. So they are in 4 cups in all front, 4 competitions as it stands right now for Liverpool. What a way to go for a new manager that joined them this season, and Slot. All right, also there were some cup games in Spain, that is Spanish Copa del Rey quarterfinals result. We have Real Sociedad, they defeated Osasuna, and then Valencia defeated Barcelona. So Barcelona, Real Sociedad, Atletico Madrid, and Real Madrid all through to the Spanish Copa del Rey semi-final. The draws will be coming up on Wednesday next week, and we'll know who they will be playing, who Barcelona will play, who Real Sociedad will play. The other 2 teams are from the capital, Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. All the 4 teams are through to the semi-final of the Spanish Copa del Rey. So let's see how it goes. 5-0 against Valencia. Our own Sadiq Umar was on the side of Valencia, but they didn't do anything against Hassan Flick and his boys in the Spanish Copa del Rey quarterfinal. All right, there was one cup game in France. We have one cup game in France. That is last 16 result. 2 games, just 1 game. Bourgogne Jallieu and Reims ended on goalless draw before Reims defeated Jallieu 3-2 on penalties to go through to the last 8. So let's see how it goes. It's also a cup game in France. Also, there was one, just like the European Champions League, there was one game in the CONMEBOL Libertadores first round result. There was one game played earlier as of this morning in that particular competition. That is the CONMEBOL Libertadores. One game was played last night. If you can have the result on the screen of the Libertadores game that was played last night. We have Nacional, Asuncion and Alianza Lima playing a 1-1 draw in that particular game. Yes, it's just like the Champions League, UEFA Champions League, the CAF Champions League you see in Europe, and also CAF Champions League in Africa. There is CONMEBOL Libertadores as it's called. So first round result, one game played this morning, and other games will continue tomorrow. All right, before we go away from the show, let's quickly take to transfer. That is one is done and dusted. That is ex-Real Madrid defender. You know him already, Sergio Ramos, captain, fantastic they call him, has joined forces with Mexican side Monterrey on a 1-year contract. Yes, we'll be seeing him playing in Mexico with Monterrey on a 1-year contract with an option to extend if everything goes well for him. Sergio Ramos, fantastic man who has won everything in football. He was there in 2010 when Spain won the World Cup. He has won the Champions League. He has won the Euro with Spain. Everything to be, as in, name it all when it comes to football. This man has it in his cabinet. Leagues, cup games, league cups, and what have you. I think he's one of the most decorated footballer we still have around. All right, the last one on the show this morning, Newcastle United set 150 million price tag on forward Alexander Isak. If you want to get this man, you have to cough out 150 million pounds. Wow, fantastic striker, solid. Well, he has an eye for goal. He knows where the goal line, where the goal post is, and we saw what he did to Arsenal. Fantastic player. But if you really want to get him, if you want to take him away from Newcastle, the Magpies, you have to cough out 150 million price tag. If you ask me, I think that price is not bad at all for a man who is a goal machine. All right, this is where we'll be leaving it on the show 360 Sports this morning. We will not just leave you like that. We'll leave you with that highlight, that tech ball highlight you saw at the beginning of the show. Just a flip of it, and we'll wrap up the show. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.